Sagittarius 2013 May. With me, Lada from Lada. I'm reshooting this video because the voice and the sound of the previous one was quite bad, so you know, I don't want you to miss what is happening. So here it is. What is happening for everyone who have their ascendant in particular, and to a lesser degree sun or moon in Sagittarius in May 2013. Well, the first 15 days of the month and the last 10 15 days of April as well, for all Sagittarians, they have 4 or 5 planets triggering the 6th house. And the 6th house is a very material, down-to-earth house, so you'll be much more busy with solving of practical issues, solving of fixing problems around the home, about your area, about your work, getting done all this work that you usually, that is repetitive, that is boring, that, that requires a lot of detail, a lot of focus and concentration. You will be much better right now in the first part of May and the last part of April at focusing at details and at focusing on things which require more of your attention, more of your, efficiency as well. And you can also organize your routines in a better way during this period. A lot of people, when their 6th house is triggered, feel the need to become more hardworking, and they become more hardworking. They work hard. They feel the need to improve their regimes. And usually people become more efficient, or they construct better regimes in their the daily or workly regime somehow. And people often will feel that if they're not doing the right thing, taking the right care of their body, for instance, it starts to break down. So this is when illness appears, when the 6th house is triggered as well. So you need to be careful. If some pains or aches appear in your body, it's a sign that you need to maintain your physical body in a better way. So it's a sign: change your diet, improve your daily routine, start working out. It's a great time to start working out when so many planets trigger your 6th house as well. Also 6th house is the house of purification, of purity, so it's the best time of the year for now, especially if your ascendant is in Sagittarius, because the ascendant represents the physical body, is to do detox and purification of the body. So go for 7 days on fruits and vegetables, or on a light diet, or anything, because now your body will flush out the toxins much better. And most of the illness comes, 75% of all illness comes from your stomach, basically, from the bacteria in your gut. And the 6th house rules the guts and the intestines. So it's the best time of the year right now, when so many planets triggering it, to purify your gut from all those bacteria that cause disease, So again, as I said, light food, more liquids, maybe some exercise regime will be better for you. Also, often people start feeling physical results from too much stress at work, because the 6th house is house of work and duties and responsibilities. So if you're feeling, off balance somehow, you might have to re-examine how you do your work, the stress that you allow to go into the daily working routines as well. But in a positive light, you can improve, your organizational process. You can become more efficient. You can get more work done. You can structure better daily regimes, waking up earlier, going to bed earlier, working out, eating better during this period. It's very good for that. Or if you're like totally blanking out the signals you're getting from the universe, you might just get pains more than usual in your body, or your body backfiring on you, or problems, because 6th house is a material house, and dealing with problems. 6th house rules dealing with all kind of material problems of fixing things that are not working well. So right now, more than at any other period of the year, you might be feeling like some issues cropping up, like something's not working properly at home, or something breaks down. Those things that are irksome and annoying and have to do with physical, tangible things, sorting out physical, tangible problems and things. So, but you don't worry, because you also have more the ability to tackle those problems. If before you were sweeping them under the carpet and trying to avoid them, now you no longer can do that. They face you, and you have to overcome them and you have to deal with them and fix them, but you have more of a this state of mind where you're willing to take on more difficulties and to fix them and to improve those things, you know. So sixth house is the house almost like you have to take your car and maintain it once a year. It's the same way you can do for a lot of areas in your life, like fixing your body, this yearly checkup, how everything is going. So some of you, it's good if they check up their body this part of the year right now. Also make a inventory list of your work, make an inventory, you know, of your or a yearly checkup of how your daily routines are running and all things like that. And then from the middle of May, all those planets are moving into your seventh house of relationships, so it all becomes about the other person, and you'll be much better from 10th 15th of May to cooperate with others rather than do it on your own. So if you can ask for someone's help, or if you can be in groups with others, so if you can work one-to-one with another, you have better results now than doing it on your own. If you try to do things on your own, they might, you know, you might not be left to do that. You might not be allowed, because the universe is pulling your attention towards seventh house, which is other people and activities with other people. If you're married, your spouse might require more attention, and a lot of you might feel like spending more time with their spouse. And because there are so many diverse planets triggering this seventh house, it might be at some moments they can be, you know, something positive that's happening with your spouse, like having more loving period, having more gentle, loving influences with them. And then there is a difficult planet triggering it, Mars, so you might be more angry and more, you know, stressed in those relationships with your with others. But it's not one influence; it's quite a few influences. But the important thing is that it's focused on others. And also for people who are single, they might feel that they have a much more busy period right now with others, with the opposite sex paying them attention, that their sex life becomes more busy than other times, that also one-to-one relationships take a much more important stage in their life right now. I'm not saying you're going to meet the love of your life, but you will definitely be surrounded by much more people. But some of you might actually meet love of their life. Some of you might actually meet someone who is very important in their life, who helps them a lot for the future in some way, or who is of extreme important influence, especially those who have their ascendants in 17 till 24, 25 degrees of Sagittarius, because these are the degrees that Jupiter triggers, and Jupiter is the great benefic, which transits there once in 12 years. So those of you with ascendant from 17 to 24, 25 degrees, May might be the month that you meet someone very important and you have some important developments in your relationship life. Maybe some of you might get married, others might improve a relationship that, like a broken relationship, or others might have reconciliation, or others might have, you know, maybe meet someone who will be later important in their life, or just have very positive experiences one-to-one with others. And people who are in business as well, with those if your ascendant is in Gemini, in Sagittarius, the month of, especially the second part of May, can be very productive for you, because seventh house that all those planets trigger is the house of exchange, exchange between one person with another, whether it's in love and relationship, where you equally give and receive exchange, you know, exchanging attention or whatever, or whether it's in business, you give one product, you receive one service, you know, you pay for something, you receive something back. And that's why people who have businesses, or who are in consulting, or who are in working in projects with others, or one-to-one people, tend to, when the seventh house is triggered, tend to get very good results and very increase productivity in that area, and increase activity in that area with business, with one-to-one people, consultants, managers, people who work with people, with other people. These are the Sagittarius that will feel it as a beneficial and very busy month. And just one last thing, you're having an eclipse happening in your sign, Sagittarius, and this is especially if you have your ascendant from, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees of Sagittarius, or your moon from, you know, from 1 till 7, 8 degrees of Sagittarius, or if you're born on, I don't remember, I'll put the days here, I'll put them on the video, so take a look at which days. Then when eclipse happens for you, this can be like a life changer, you know, if you're born on those degrees with the sun, moon, or the ascendant, or those days, because eclipses tend to bring new beginnings, so you can get rid of something old and you can bring something totally new into your life. If it's happening on your sun, on the days that I'm writing that you're born, it might be a new beginning in your career, and usually something, some sudden change can happen, like a reversal, losing of a job, so you can start a new one later, or your goals and plans, because the sun rules your masculine area, which is connected to you fulfilling your goals, your plans for the future, you know, your career, something to do with that, with your big role in life can suddenly be a big change there because of the eclipse. And people become fearful when an eclipse comes, because the eclipse hides the light, hides the sun. So people start wondering what will happen to them. They have fear, they have an unexplained kind of a tightening of the stomach, you know, so especially Sagittarius that are born around those days or degrees might feel it, and a feeling of worry, unexplainable. And it's just eclipse is an indication that there is big changes for you happening this year. And an eclipse can be active 2 months before, 2 months after the exact day, so you'll be feeling the effects of this eclipse even in March, in May, in April, in June, July, August. All those big reversals in your life can happen through those few months, you know, through the summer as well. And but I want to calm you down. In whatever area of your life this big reversal is happening, don't worry, because it indicates, because usually it's connected first to some loss, you're losing something, something suddenly turning around, and you might feel a great pain or panic or, you know, worry. What's gonna happen, you know, the future is uncertain, it's dark, you don't see the sun, but it happens, so you can release space for something new to come, which, and the eclipse indicates that it will come later or sooner, you know, but something which is better for you. So let go of the fears and welcome whatever it's coming your way. Thank you very much, Sagittarius.